East of Washington, D.C., that's where the home of the Washington Redskins resides, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is right between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Redskins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Newton. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the first play of the game. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Barber. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Newton. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Barber. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch 54. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Buddy up. Hey, D, pick it up, D.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From just shy of midfield, Haskins. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Lights 59. Switch.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Go, boys, bring it up.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself,
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. But let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Now this throw caught left side. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go.
We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
And an alley to run. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
On second down now, it's Barber, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10, then 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Newton now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Here's Newton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to the running game with Barber. Oh, Barber loses it, and the Redskins scoop it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
On second down, here's Haskins. Gonna throw right side here, complete. Touchdown, Washington! A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than the...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now Newton on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ioannidis. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Second down.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Newton now to throw. Setting up the screen here, it's Barber. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Kill.
Great.
Out of the gun, Newton. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you...
It got his man complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 91 yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 56.
From the gun, here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Ryan Kerrigan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. To try again after the sack. Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Rashard Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point try good by Gano. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check pass, check pass. Check, check. Show it in, show it in. Get it roll, West.
On the draw, this is Love. And oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Haskins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Down right around the 25. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
54. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least two, and most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for a loss.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
That's it. You can't block me. You can't block me. Great. Check 52.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for, and it'll bring up third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Haskins from his own end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Love. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gun. 951. Watch the pass.
Newton to throw. This is caught. That one goes for 30 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Back to throw, Newton. And he's going to go down again. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins, complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Haskins now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
54 right there.
On 2nd down, Love. And some room to roam now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point safely through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check right 54.
It's been a long day.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
From the 36, Haskins over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Set. Mike's 59.
Here we go.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to